Hey everyone, doing well, I hope. Now then, Let It Ride and BTO, also known as Kathleen Turner Overdrive. Now, a few of you will get that rather obscure reference, I'm sure, and if you do, please chime in down below in the comments. Regardless, big rock hit here, both north and south of the border for BTO back in 1974, and today I'm going to show you guys how to play it. So let's get started, yeah? Right then, Let It Ride, BTO, Bachman, Turner, Overdrive. And we are in standard tuning for this tutorial, and this is such a great opening riff. Love this. So it starts in D. We're grabbing a D bar chord here at the 5th fret position. We're going to strum that 2 or 3 times, and then we're going to move into an A major chord. Strumming all the strings, right? Then we're going to move into an E bar chord here at the 7th fret position. Strum that a couple of times. And then we're into that. So we're coming out of this E, we're going right into an E triad at the 9th fret of the D, G, and B string, a bar with our index finger. And then we're going to hammer into an A chord by hammering onto the 11th fret of the D and the 10th fret of the B. And then you're going to strum that 2 or 3 times and release it back off to the bar again. So I think you're actually strumming that 4 times. Yeah, you're hitting that A chord 4 times, right? And then we're into this chord, which I don't know what it's called. It's rather unorthodox here. We're barring the entire 7th fret from the D string on down, and we have our pinky on the 9 of the high E. You're going to strike that 3 times and then release it off to the bar with a little mute just before you release it off to the bar. And then right back on. As soon as you go off to that bar, you're going right back onto that 9 and then off to the bar again. Kind of like that, right? And then back into the A over E. With that little pattern right there, right? Hammering in, striking it twice. Hammering back in, striking it 3 times, and then back off to the bar. And then you repeat the riff. D, A, E. Right? So you repeat that, I think, 4 times at the beginning of this track. And the very last time coming out of this, we head into an F sharp power chord for the first verse. And we just play that and repeat it, I think, 8 times. So we're just chugging on this F sharp power chord, bouncing off the open E, I think 3 times. Kind of like that, right? Then you're going to grab the 2 of the A onto the 4 of the A and repeat. And after you repeat that 8 times, we're going to drop into this F power chord and strike it like 4 or 5 times and then go off to an E power chord. Kind of like that, right? And then right back into the main riff again. And that is it. That is how you play that one. That's the verse and the chorus and the intro. So let's have a look at that solo in this one. All right then, let's have a look at the solo to this one. Rather strange little solo in this one, if I do say so myself. We're soloing in the key of F sharp, and going to run through it first, and then we'll dig into how to play it. It's not very long, at least there's that, but it's an odd little solo, I have to say. And that's the solos. We're kind of using a mix of the blues scale and the Dorian mode, and you end up with the same little pattern on pretty much every string. That scale right there, right? Starting from the root note here on the 4 of the D. So it's kind of like, 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, 5. And a fun little scale to solo in. And so it starts with a bend on the 4th fret of the G string, nice slow full step bend. And then you're going to catch a double stop here on the 2nd fret of the B string in the high E, catch that on the upstroke, and then choke it off. Right? And then we're into this. So just rate up the pentatonic starting on the 5, right? And when you get to the 4 of the D, you pick it a couple of times, off to 2, back to 4. So that's the opening. And then we're into this crafty little lick. So we're going to rake into the 7th fret of the high E, go off to 4, and then kind of ride up this little triad here, 4, 5, 6. And then you're going to go back to the 5 of the B, off to 4. Right? And then we're into that. So just rake down the G string in the scale. 6, 4 to 2. 4, 2 to 1. 2 of the D, slide it into 4, right? Kind of staccato. So up to that point. And then we're into this. So we're sliding into the 6th fret of the G, down to the 5, back to the 6, back to the 5 again of the B. Right into 4 full step bends of the 7th fret of the B string, right? Now we're going to pick that one more time, release it off to 5, and then back that up to 4. Then you're going to get onto the 5, 4 of the high E, back to the 5, 4 of the B from the bends. And then after you go 5, 4 of the B, you're going to back it up to the 3, right? And you're going to do a little trill between 3 and 5, back it off to 2. Pick that 2 twice and drop right into a full step bend on the 4 of the G. And then we finish the solo with this. So we're going to grab the 2nd fret of the high E and just go right up the scale, grabbing the blue note this time. Right? And then when you get to the 4 of the D, you reverse it back to 2 of the G, onto 4, into 6. And then slide into 14 of the G string and give it some vibrato, right? And that's the end of the solo. So from the bends. And from the beginning. And there you have it, my friends. That's how you play that solo, and that is how you play Let It Ride by BTO, because that just heads right back into another verse and chorus, and we've already learned that. So I certainly hope you enjoyed the video, found it helpful, and if you did, please hit that like button, drop me a subscribe if you haven't done that already, as that would be very kind. Hope you're well out there in your little guitar corner of the world, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.